Hello Year 6 and welcome to today's maths lesson. Now, in maths today we are going to be continuing to look at length, capacity and weight, and we're continuing to solve problems. So it's the same learning objective as yesterday, but we are doing different work. We're looking at different kinds of problems, okay? And the best way for me to look at this is to get into the screen. Here we go. So like I was saying, we're looking at length, weight and capacity problems again, but yesterday was just word problems. Today we're looking at other types of reasoning problems, okay? And the best way to do that is to go through some examples together. Oh, before we get into that, this is important, as always. So we need to know about length being millimeters, centimeters, meters and kilometers. And knowing that there's 10 millimeters in a centimeter and 100 centimeters in a meter and 1,000 meters in a kilometer. We need to know that there's 1,000 grams in a kilogram. We also need to know that there's 1,000 milliliters in a litre. Okay, all of that stuff is really important. So let's look at this problem. Just going to make my face a bit smaller. I think I'm going to do 4 with you. And these are the kind of things you'll get today. So 2 smaller dogs have the same mass as the bigger dog. So those 2 equal those 2. So something add something equals this dog thing. The big dog has a mass of 27 kilograms. So I can put that in here straight away. One of the smaller dogs has a mass of 16 kilograms. What is the mass of the other dog? So I'm going to put this one being 16 kilograms. Now, as soon as I write it out like this, hopefully you can see, then it makes it really straightforward to me. And what I'm doing there is rucksack, really. So what I'm doing is I'm reading the question. 2 smaller dogs together have the same mass as the bigger dog. The big dog has a mass of 27. One of the smaller dogs has a mass of 16 kilograms. What's the mass of the smaller one? I'm underlining the important parts. Okay, same mass. 2 smaller have the same mass as 1 bigger. Big dog is 27. One of the small dogs is 16. Then I'm going to choose how I'm going to solve the problem. Well, what I'm going to do is this, add something as this, so I'm going to count on. I'm going to solve the problem and find my answer. Well, 16 add 10 gets me to 26, add 1 gets me to 27. So I've added 11 kilograms. Does that make sense? 16 and 11 is 27. I've found my answer and I'm going to check that it's correct. And I'm happy that 2 smaller dogs of that would weigh the same as that. Next one, thinking about rucksack. A bottle holds 1 litre of lemonade. So this thing here equals 1 litre. Rachel fills 5 small glasses with lemonade. She puts 150 millilitres in each glass. How much lemonade is left in the bottle? So what she's doing is 150 with times 5, isn't she? Okay, so I've underlined the important parts. How much bottle is left? So I've read it. I've underlined the parts to help me understand. I'm going to choose my method. So what I'm going to do is this times 5. And once I've worked that out, I will see whatever's left over to get to 1 litre, which I'm going to change to 1,000 millilitres. So 150 times 5. Well, 100 times 5 is 500. 50 times 5 is 250. So I know that she's used 750 mils of lemonade. How much is left? Well, 750 adds something equals 1,000. It's going to be 250 millilitres. So my answer, I'm pretty sure, is 250 millilitres. Then I'm just going to check that. So which was 5 times that. Yeah, so 5 is that. I'm happy with that. How much lemonade is left? 250 to 1,000. I am fairly confident that that is the correct answer. Next one. Getting trickier. Jack buys 1.5 kilograms of potatoes and half a kilogram of carrots. How much change does he get from £5? And that's per kilogram, and that's per kilogram. So, a couple of steps in this. So I need to work out what 1.5 potatoes is. Then I need to work out what half of a carrot is. Then I need to add them together and work out how much I've got left from £5. So, 1.5. Well, 1 is £1.50. So a half is half of that. Well, half of that's 50p. Half of that's 25, so that's 75p. and £1.50 adds 75 is going to be £2 at the 50p, and then add another 25. So I know he spends £2.25 on potatoes. Then he goes and buys half a kilogram of carrots. Well, if it's £1.80 for 1 kilogram, I need to half that. Well, half of a pound is 50p. Half of that is 15. No, hang on. Half of 80 is 40. So 50p add 40 is 90p. So he spends £2.25 at 90p. Well, £2.25 at a pound would be £3.25. Take away 10p. So he's going to spend £3.15. Now that is not my answer, because I'm working out how much change. Well, change from, I always like to count on. Well, I'm going to add 5p to get to £3.20. Add 80p to get to £4. And then add another pound to get to £5. So by my reckoning, his change is £1.85. And that is the answer I'm going to get. Now I very quickly need to check that. So that's 1 kilogram and another half of that's 75. I'm happy with that. That's 1 kilogram. It was half of that, so that's 90p. £2.25 of that is £3.15. I'm happy with that. Count on 5, count on 80. I'm happy that £1.85 is my answer. Last question. There are 28 pupils in a class. The teacher has 8 litres of orange juice. So that's going to be like 8 litres. She pours 225 millilitres of orange juice for every pupil. How much orange juice is left over? Quite big numbers in this one. So I've read it, I've underlined the important parts. Now I need to choose my method. So what I need to do is, it's 28 times out of that 225, isn't it? And then whatever that is, I work out how much is left to get me to 8 litres. I think she's got enough. I presume she has, right. So we need to do 225 times by 28, which to me seems like it's going to be bigger than 8,000. Let's give it a go. 8 times 5 is going to be 40. I'm going to run out of space here. 1 minute. Let's drag that up to here. So 8 times that 5 is going to be 40. 8 times those 2 tens is going to be 16 tens plus those 4 tens, that's going to be 20 tens. 8 times those 2 hundreds is going to be 16 hundreds plus those, so that's 18 hundreds. Then I'm multiplying everything by 2 tens. Now, because I'm counting it as a 10 and it is a 10, I need to upscale everything once. So, see what's my potato moved up. So 2 tens times by that 5 is going to be 10 tens. 2 tens times by those 2 tens is going to be 4 hundreds plus those 5 hundreds. 2 tens times by 2 hundreds is going to be 4 thousands. So I've got 4,500. Add them together, we have got enough. No ones, no tens, 13 hundreds, and then 5 plus that, 6,000. So my answer is 6,300 millilitres is how much she needs to use. She's got 8,000 millilitres, because I've changed it from litres. So I count on, well, add 700, gets me to 7,000. And then add 1,000, gets me to 8,000. So I think she will be left with 1,700 millilitres of orange juice. And then I would check it. So 28 times 225, 228, yeah. 40 plus that is 8 times 2 is 16 plus 20, yeah, 8 times 2 is 16 plus another 2. Yep. Then 2 lots 5 is 20. 2 times 5 is 10. 2 times 2 is that 4 tens plus that one 5 hundreds. 2 times that is 4 thousands. Yeah, 4,500, 6,300. I am happy that that is my answer. Now year 6. Obviously, Choose an activity today that's going to challenge you in the right way. Go is quite hard, okay? But ready's quite easy. So find somewhere in the middle. You might end up doing a couple from ready and then a couple from steady, or a few from steady and then a few from go. I want you to do about 6, 7, 8 questions there. Okay, so work hard. It's the last maths lesson before we break up for a week. So let's make it a good one. Okay, goodbye, year 6.